Hi, how are you doing today? Welcome to AllCBTs. My name is David. In today's video, I'll be showing you the WAEC approved literature test for this year 2026 up until 2030. Now, WAEC will often use the 5-year calendar, so these are the approved literature tests for this duration of time. WAEC is different from JAM, so make sure that you follow this video all through so that you don't miss any points. I'll start with this. WAEC focuses on essay writing, very important. WAEC also focuses on detailed text knowledge, so you will need to read the books, this literature test, as much as you can, if you can, word for word. Unlike JAM, that focus on central themes, central ideas, literary devices. If you've not watched that video, I've made a video already on all of those things on JAM approved literature test for this year, so go watch that video. But this one is for WAEC, right? So WAEC would also focus on quotation. You may pull out a quote and say this quote was from what novel or what prose or what drama. They could pull out references. It says who stated this, who was referring to who here. Okay, figurative devices would be in play, figures of speech definitely would be in play. So here are the approved literature tests for WAEC. Changes, a love story written by Kama Ata Ado, a Ghanaian guy. Focuses on marriage, feminism, and independence. Okay, how women wants to be independent, even in marriage. So basically on a career woman who enters a polygamous marriage with the intention of seeking freedom, but experiences all kinds of conflict. Of course, it's a polygamous marriage, right? So, and then number 2, you have unexpected joy at dawn. We've covered a lot of these videos, okay, already in our literature in English video classes. So go into the channel and pick out those videos and begin to watch them. I think we're on part 4. We're on part 4B. We just finished part 4B. Okay, so that's about how many questions? 200 questions we've covered. So go into the channel, watch those videos and prepare yourself maximally for your exam. So you have Unexpected Joy at Dawn, number 2 by Alex Aguirre. So make sure you're noting them down, okay, so that you can take time to study them. It's on the central idea is on identity, migration, and the cost for migration. A man that's searching for a sister across West Africa, faces discrimination and border issue. And when they eventually meet, they were unable to really bond due to so many things that had come between them. All right, and then the third one, Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, focuses on racism and identity. How the black man, as you would see Nigeria in diaspora in the UK, how the black man struggles or become invisible in a racist society. It's the truth and it's the same today. And then the fourth one, Let Me Die Alone by John K. Kagbo. It's an African drama. The central theme is on power, leadership, and isolation. It's on how Queen Yoko rises to power but faces loneliness and several political challenges through her reign. Okay, and then the fifth one, Look Back in Anger. This is a popular one, okay, by John Osborne. The central theme too is on anger, different classes of individuals and struggles. Is how a frustrated man expresses his dissatisfaction with society. Then you have African style of poetry, Black Woman by Leopold Sedar Senghor, talking about the beauty of Africans, African beauty and pride. Basically on African women, celebrating the beauty, inward beauty and outward beauty of the African woman. You have The Leader and the Led, popular Work of Art by Neil Sundari, talking about failure of leadership and how corrupt leaders embezzle the lives. The word I used there, embezzle.
Get the cheapest science materials from allschoollabs.com.
Or the phrase I used, embezzled the lives of their lead of the citizen, and how people struggle and suffer so much, like you're seeing in the country, due to poor leadership. Okay, and then you have The Grieved Lands by Agostino Neto, talking about colonial suffering and its effects till today, describing the pain and the suffering that generations have continued to face based on colonialization. English. Okay, or based on colonial oppression. Right, the time is running away from me right now. And then you have Reader of the Treasure Trove by Lade Osorno. Speaks on youths and responsibility, warns young people against wasting opportunities because they would not come back most of the time. So basically testing our moral lesson, basically testing our morality and giving us lessons to hold on to. Then you have The Good Moral, that's The Good Tomorrow by John Donne. Speaks on love, unity, basically a work on the life or the relationship between lovers. Then you have Caged Bird by Maya Angelou on freedom and oppression. Okay, compares a free bird. It's quite an imagery and symbolic work of art. Compared a caged bird and its desire to a free bird and its desire. And then you have Do Not Go Gently Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas. The theme is on resistance, how a person resists even until death. Okay, so it's like urging people to fight for what they believe until they die, give up. Okay, so those are the 12 literature in English tests that you will have for WAEC from 2026 to 2030. Now, note this very important point. Some common question patterns that you would have in WAEC exams are questions like: discuss the central theme in Aguirre's work of art, blah 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 blah, or in John Donne's, Love Tomorrow, or something like that. So what's the theme? They are asking you basically to tell them or to state what's the central theme, and I already gave you the theme. So you say, oh, William Shakespeare, this is the central theme that plays out there. Central theme just means what is the play or the talk, the literature. What is it about majorly? What's the central thing you see running through from beginning to the end of this literature work? And then you can also have another question as: examine the character of such and such a person. What was the character? The person may be a villain in the literature, or a protagonist, maybe the major character, or an antagonist, or a supporting role. You understand? So you must discuss that. And then how does the writer present this person or this situation? You understand? So simple questions like that you should be able to answer if you've been watching a lot of literature in English videos. So what I would advise you is, literature in English is a little bit technical. It's a technical subject, so it's not just by studying the past questions alone and textbook or the literature tests alone. Try to get videos from experienced guys who know what they are saying. Watch those videos too, to give you a broader understanding of what you've been studying in your past questions, in your modules, and in your textbooks and key points. Right, we are on, like I said, I think lesson 4B on AllCBTs video classes. So dig into the channel and watch a lot of those videos as you prepare yourself for your upcoming exam. Also, don't forget that you can use perhaps to practice questions on each of these literatures once you're done studying. I wish you the best, and I hope that this is the last WAEC exam you'd write. God bless you, and goodbye.
Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the video you just watched. To see more content as that, preparing you for your upcoming exam, make sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on notification. Also, remember that you can use the comment section to send us your questions or your inquiries, and we are happy to take them. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.